Hi everyone, Paulo Fodder here. I'm still deep in my Lord of Rings obsession, so this time I decided to paint Frodo. I start by sketching the reference using the Dusky Brush, one of my favorites for half-off lines. I went for a dynamic and dramatic pose that shows strength and determination, but also a hint of madness and despair, that heavy burden of carrying the One Ring. Next, I begin isolating the different parts of the scene, painting each one on a separate layer using a flat brush and a solid base color. I activate Alpha Lock so I can paint over those shapes without losing clean edges. This step helps me organize the composition and define each element's base tone before jumping into rendering. Then, I start rendering by placing the global shadows and defining the main color zones of the skin. Yellow tones on the forehead and nose bridge, red on the cheeks and nose tip, and cooler grayish tones on the upper lip, chin, and jawline. These help set up the natural color variation that gives the face a believable look. From here, I move on to refining the painting, adding highlights, subtle color shifts, and texture to bring volume to each element. I also start working on the metal reflections of the sword, trying to make it glow with that cool blue tone that feels almost alive. It's a slow process, but it's where the character starts to really emerge from the canvas. Once the main figure feels solid, I block in the background elements. Just flat colors at first, to establish the overall palette. Then I go back and use the background hues to add reflected light and secondary shadows to Frodo and the sword. This creates a more cohesive atmosphere, especially that bluish tint on the blade and the soft glow it casts on Frodo's face. As I get close to finishing, I paint a few clouds into the sky to balance the composition and add reflected light from the environment on the shadow side of the character. It's a subtle touch, but it really ties everything together, giving the painting more depth and energy. And that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed watching the process. If you have any questions about the techniques I used, drop them in the comments. I always love hearing your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I see you in the next painting.